This is my Fender American Original 50s Stratocaster. Now there's a couple of things to love about this. The tremolo system works beautifully. It has 3 single coil pickups, no noise cancelling position, so you get a little bit of extra chirp on the pickups. And we also have a soft V-neck as well, which will appeal to most people out there who aren't a fan of really fat necks, but also like a neck with a little bit of extra chunk. This soft V is one of the most comfortable out there. It's just a beautiful instrument, and it still has that new guitar smell. This is the Fender American Original 50s Telecaster. Again, this is all stock. I've done nothing to this other than ding it and had it repaired down here. But in terms of the electronics and all that kind of stuff, it's stock. This was by far the best Tele I've played in a long time, and I just couldn't live without it. There's only one other Telecaster that I've played that I liked as much as this. It was worth about twice as much. It was a black custom shop one, which was beautiful. I really believe these are custom shop quality guitars at not custom shop prices. So if you haven't played one of these, definitely go check them out. Welcome back, folks. This is Shane. So today we're comparing a Stratocaster versus a Telecaster. And what will make this test a little bit unique, hopefully, is these are both from exactly the same series from Fender. This is the American Original Series one. Now, I actually paid for both of these guitars. They weren't free or anything like that, and I'm a huge fan. I actually picked up the Telecaster, which I didn't really need, but it sounded so great and just felt so nice to play. I was blown away by it, and I instantly just had to have it, even though I've got a 52 from about 11 years ago. This guitar is a much better instrument just straight out of the box. Arguably custom shop quality without that sort of price tag. Then I found this and it was all over. This is the 50s original Strat. One of the things that'll make this test extremely balanced is that both of these guitars have not been modded in any way. I've done nothing to them other than change the strings, and they're both from the same series. They're both 50s style electric guitars from the American Original Series. Now, there are some differences in the way that they feel. We might save a bit of that until the end of the video, but we're gonna try these both in the mix, on their own. We'll do a full comparison between the pickup combinations that are the same and different. Let's get into it. So let's kick off these tests. What I did, I've just recorded a new backing track using real drums and bass guitar, and we're gonna try both of these guitars. It's just a short clip so you can get a sense of how they both sound clean on various pickup combinations, dead clean, and also with a little bit of drive thanks to the Maxon Apex 808. We're gonna start with the Strat and then we'll go over to the Telecaster. Here we go. 3. right, so there you have it. That's the Stratocaster. I hope you enjoyed that little arrangement I put together. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate that. We're going to try exactly the same thing now with my Telecaster. Now, I haven't changed anything on the amplifier, pedal, or anything. All I did was unplug the Strat and plug in the Tele and play. Here we go. 3. Let's kick it off. Today I'm plugged into my Fender Blues Deluxe Reissue amplifier. This is mic'd up with an SM57 and a Sennheiser E906, and you're hearing a mix between them both. No post-processing, exactly the same settings on both of these guitars. So we're going to start with the comparable pickup combinations on each of these guitars. There's only 2 of them, by the way, but we're going to start neck pickup on the Strat with everything all the way up. Here we go. Now, the Telecaster doesn't sound quite as bright, but to my ear it sounds a little bit fuller. Let's play something else. Now that's pretty eye-opening for me. I've never directly compared each of these guitars before. This is so much brighter on the neck pickup. It's not even close. The Tele sounds a little bit more uniform across the frequencies. And being that I actually really like a bright neck pickup, I'm going to side this time with the Strat. Let me know your thoughts. Let's try the bridge pickup now, starting on the Stratocaster. I'm going to play the same thing twice. Yeah, I'm going to side with the Telecaster on the bridge pickup. It has more low end, has more thump, and it just sounds fuller and rounder, but it still has that nice top end. The Strat has quite a nice top end as well, but it's a lot more sort of, it lacks that low end oomph that this has. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know which one you like best, at least clean anyway. Right now we're going to go through each of the unique pickup combinations and selections. So we're going to start with the Telecaster, being that we've only got one position left, and that's both pickups in the middle position on the toggle switch. Now the Strat does have a middle position, but it's just using that one pickup, whereas this is using both. So we'll start on the Tele clean. We'll try some dirt in just a moment. Here we go. Now they both sound good, but I'm definitely going to side with the Telecaster as well. It just sounds a little bit fuller because we're using two pickups as opposed to one. You're getting the best mix of the neck and bridge pickup combination on the Telecaster, whereas this, you're just getting that middle position. Now the middle position on this guitar actually is pretty usable. A lot of people don't use it. I call it the forgotten pickup on a Strat, but it is really cool if you want to just get something a little bit different. But there's no possible combination, at least with my Stratocaster, where you can choose to use these two pickups in combination like a Tele. So yeah, there you go. One of the clear advantages of a Stratocaster over a Tele is those in-between pickups. So if we're talking bridge and middle, or middle and neck pickup, and on a lot of regular conventional Strats, or modern ones I should say, you get hum cancelling positions. This one is a new Strat, but it's like a 50s one, so I don't get any hum cancelling positions. But that adds, I think, to a little bit of high-end attack, which sometimes these positions don't have. But I love bridge and middle. I use it all the time. It's a super funky position. I love it for that sort of really voicey kind of stuff. And then you also get neck and middle, which is these two together. This on a lot of Strats is almost unusable in my opinion. It lacks that top end and it sounds a little bit too overly sort of woolly sounding, which isn't very clear. So let's give this a shot on this guitar. This is one of the reasons why I bought it, because this position actually sounded kind of cool. Now that's probably the closest thing we're going to get to both pickups on the Tele, so let's switch back. There you go. Let's try both guitars now on the bridge pickup with a little bit of gain, and you'll just see how fat the Telecaster can sound. I'm not trying to bias this test or whatever to either guitar. I'm going to have exactly the same settings. The pedal that I'm using is the Maxon Apex 808. Let's give this a shot. This is bridge. Whew. And now over to the Strat. Yeah. And now with the drive on the Apex 808 all the way up, I've also turned up the volume, being that I don't want to push the amp too much louder than this. It's extremely loud in the room. And I've also added just a little bit more delay thanks to the Maxon analog delay AD999. Here we go. Let's start with the volume control down a little bit. right, so let's go over some of the stuff I noticed about playing both of these guitars. This is the first time I've played these back to back. I was actually quite surprised how much brighter the Strat neck pickup was than the Telecaster neck pickup. Tele neck pickup didn't sound bad at all. It still sounded nice and full. It still is brighter than a lot of Telecaster pickups that I've had over the years, but it's definitely nowhere near as bright as the neck pickup on this Strat. And I didn't think it would be, but I was shocked just how different they sounded. This sounded fuller, but this just had a nice attack on the note, so I'm going to give the neck pickup to the Strat. In terms of the bridge pickup, Telecaster all day. If you haven't played or owned a Telecaster, you can just get a beefier sound out of them, in my opinion. You can layer up as much gain and fuzzes and all that kind of stuff as you like on a Strat, but generally speaking, not always, but generally a Tele pickup is just going to sound bigger and fuller and just gnarlier overall. So I'm going to give the advantage to the Telecaster, no questions about it. In terms of the other pickup combinations, both pickups on the Tele sound just as good as bridge and middle on this, and neck and middle, in my opinion, isn't the strongest pickup combination on a Strat. This is all personal taste depending on what you play. Some people will love neck and middle, but I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't find a lot of uses for that particular combination with the kind of stuff I play, but some people make it sound great. So yeah, I'm gonna give the edge again to the Telecaster just when we're talking about bridge and middle versus both pickups. But it really depends on what you're playing. If you wanna go for that Dire Straitsy kind of tone, this would be by far a much, much better choice. If you want to go for that country tone, this would be a far better choice. So depending on your needs, depending on your taste and what kind of musical styles you're playing, there you go. You can make your pick that way. Now, middle pickup on the Strat is highly underrated. Give it a go. If you own a Strat, get on middle pickup, throw a little bit of dirt on there and see what kind of tones you can get. I find it really usable, especially for that classic rhythm, sort of chunka blues stuff. So give it a shot. But both of these are great, man. I'm so happy I found both of these in a lefty in Australia. These are two guitars I'm gonna have for a very, very long time. Yeah, overall, both these guitars are beautiful and I'm glad I've got them. Let me know what you like best and why, and let me know which one you think sounded better as well. It's all subjective stuff. Like I said, depending on your styles, depending on your taste, you'll like one over the other. Thanks again. Don't forget to subscribe. Catch you soon. See ya.